Fish. right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Game 1 of Day 1 of the 2018 Alberta Amateur Baseball Council's Showcase Tournament for 16-year-old players in 2018. Dave Stanish along for the ride with you one more time. This is our second consecutive year doing this tournament for the AABC. Last year it was just audio, but this year we bought a camera, and thanks to YouTube Live, we're here in live and living color for you here at Optimist Park in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. These two teams are both Calgary-based teams. The Blues, who are going to be the home team and be fielding first. They are from Babe Ruth, Calgary, and the Calgary Cubs play in Baseball Alberta's midget program. Once again, all these teams and all these members 16 years of age, so 2002 birthdays. Let's give you the defensive layout for the home team. They are the Blues, and they are wearing blue conveniently. In left field is Mac Thompson. Right field is Rove Matenko. Right field, Marcus Otto. Third base, Andy Atkinson. Shortstop, Reese Finley. Second baseman, John Nicholson. First baseman, Aiden Hecker. Ethan Black is catching, and Seth Thompson, number 14, is pitching. For the Cubs, as we are underway. That didn't take very long. Justin Willis, number 6, is going to start us off. He is the catcher today, and we are underway. We had a lot of wind and rain and smoke to deal with this morning, so everyone appreciates the 4 hours of patience, 4 hours and 30 minutes of patience, but we are here ready to go, and this tournament is underway. Two Calgary-based teams of many that are here this week, and that one's going to be hit at short. Quick throw and off a bounce, but they got him. Nicely done by Reese Finley of the Blues.
Now batting for the Cubs, number 13, Bentley Carter.
Bentley Carter up to bat. Justin Willis, a 6'3" put out. And you can follow along with the stats through the BabeRuthCalgary.com. Click on today's game and follow the live point streak scoreboard. Thanks to our friends up here at Optimist. At 1 high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Willis hit the second pitch of the day, so we're not wasting a lot of time, but we actually saw that sun in the sky after 3 days of just being covered in smoke. I think most people would prefer the rain to the smoke, to be honest, so as long as the field is dry, which it is now after 4 hours, we're ready to go. Another 1 high, handled by Ethan Black. Point streak is going to be extremely helpful this weekend. We're going to be here for quite a while tonight, and a lot tomorrow, and a lot on Sunday before we give away a trophy. 12 teams are here this week. 8 were here last year, so that's a huge kudos to the tournament organizers. That one fouled off. 3-2 full count. Expect a lot of rapid pitching changes because after the 31st pitch, the player cannot pitch until Sunday if they pitch today. And if they go 51 pitches, they're done. And that's a walk. There's 6 pitches right there for Seth Thompson, because that is a walk for Bentley Carter.
Calder Eagleton.
Calder Eagleton with a man on first. Calder, like the Calder Trophy in hockey. And that one quickly over, and no problem there. Trying to make something happen with Aiden Hecker at first base. Quick throw, but no problem for Carter. We'll tell you more about the layout of the tournament and how it's all going to work here on YouTube Live as we go along. 5-inning games today on Friday. Swing and a miss. Eagleton sees his first pitch go by. Two umpires today, that one high and outside. Seth Thompson having a bit of control problems. His opposing pitcher is Drew Kachuk. He's number 6 in the lineup. That one high and inside. Man on first, 1 out. Quick start to this game. And falls behind 3-1. Excuse me, pick the outside corner, 2-2. So we're getting ready for 48 hours of straight baseball here at Optimist. That one just fouled down the left field line. Carter jumped, but no worry on that. Big swing up and out. Two teams that probably didn't see much of each other just based on how it works here in Alberta. And it's another walk. Eagleton watches that one go past. First, second, 1 out here for Ty Johnson, the starting right fielder. He's wearing number 10. DH is allowed in this tournament. Re-entry is permitted.
Ty Johnson.
Games of this tournament at 3 different diamonds in the city this weekend, just due to the overwhelming demand. Another one outside, and the pitch count building here very quickly for Mr. Thompson. Already up to 18 with 1 out. Number 19's outside as well. High pop up, headed towards right field, and caught. Carter heads over to third base, and no problem for him. Eagleton decides to stay at first, but it's an F9 flyout to Ty Johnson.
Now batting, number 5, Peter Mornos.
Peter Mumos, M-O-U-M-O-S. He'll be at third base when his team is fielding. First and third, 2 out here. Another quick strike. Eagleton there. That ball caught by Marcus Otto in right field. That one does not catch the outside corner. To the left-handed batter, Mr. Mumos. And a big swing and a miss. Overcast but clearing. A lot of rain this morning. Looking at the Weather Network page, it says 20 millimeters on Sunday, but only a 40% chance. Not really sure how that works. It could be really, really heavy, but there's a less than half chance that it's actually going to happen. It's supposed to be nice and clear for tomorrow, which will mean we'll probably be here from 8 a.m. until midnight, which is fine with all of us. That one batted away backwards, and that forces Eagleton to go back to first base. First and third, 1 and 2 the count, 2 out, excuse me. The 6-3 and the F9. Trying to find that outside corner again. The stolen base is successful for Eagleton. Second and third for Eagleton. Mumos with an even count right now. Thompson already up to 25 pitches. 26 is batted towards the first baseman. He's going to drop it off, and no problem for Seth Thompson. 3-1 is the putout. Nothing on the board for the Cubs in their half of the first inning. However, that may be enough for Seth Thompson based on our pitching rules that we mentioned earlier. We'll cut it down for a moment, the audio at least, and be right back. All right, let's give you the starting lineups for the Cubs. Defensively, Bentley, can't read my own writing. Bentley Carter in left, Ty Johnson in center, Tristan Hanna in right. Left to right in the infield, Anthony Chatwood, Daniel Gonzalez, Calder Eagleton, and Peter Mumos. Justin Willis is catching, and Drew Kachuk is pitching. For the Blues, Andy Atkinson, Reese Finley, Seth Thompson, Marcus Otto, Rove Matenko, Mac Thompson, Aiden Hecker, Ethan Black, and John Nicholson, 1 through 9. Offensively in this 5-inning matchup. And Andy Atkinson will start us off. Number 63 here in just a moment. Thompson with 26 pitches in that first inning. Strand second and third. The games will be coming at you one after the other here tonight and tomorrow, and we will have separate archive pages for each game. So if you miss anything live, check it out on the archive. And for those of you watching on the archive, we appreciate it. For our live watchers, please feel free to chat in the chat room about your favorite player, your favorite team, who you're here to watch. And maybe where you're from if you're not from the local Calgary area. Left-hander watches the first one go by. Drew Kachuk. The the pitcher. That one rolls off the glove of Justin Willis. Cubs in red, Blues in blue. Atkinson quickly ahead 3-0. And make it 4. We've had as many walks as we've had putouts so far today, 3 and 3. And now it's time for Reese Finley, number 25. Blues travel program through Babe Ruth, very successful 2018 season. You can see on CalgaryBabeRuth.com all of their accolades, as well as the breakdown for the 2018 spring-summer season. The Blues are the travel teams, and then the other teams are just the locals. Go all the way down to age 11. That one bounces off the chest protector, and it's going to roll all the way to second, roll all the way, allowing Atkinson to advance to second base. And that's officially going to be called as a wild pitch. Finley at bat, Atkinson at second. That one way inside, and it's 3-0. 7 balls and no strikes for Tkachuk so far, as the umpire will adjust where he is. Atkinson with quite a bit of leeway, and right down the middle, but a little low, and it's 8 for 8. Another walk, this time to Reese Finley.
Now batting, number 14, Seth Thompson.
Now it's Seth Thompson's chance to give Pat a lead for himself. If he can find the fence. We had, I believe, 1 or 2 home runs last year in this tournament, at least 1. I think it was maybe 2. Definitely a perfect evening those nights last year, and those audio archives are still available. At another low pitch. Tkachuk's having difficulty finding a spot. 1-1 right now. Cubs AAA midget team in Baseball Alberta. Played across the province all season long. Of course, midget teams advance to play in national championships for Baseball Canada. That one off the arm of the catcher. They're going to go third and second, and both players advance. And a bouncer is going to load the bases with nobody out. Another walk for Seth Thompson. Thompson at first, Finley at second, Atkinson at third. And Tkachuk 12-1 his ball to strike ratio, and coaches want to have a bit of a conversation. Both pitchers struggling a bit here. This game was originally supposed to be played at 11 a.m.
Number 30, Marcus Otto.
Marcus Otto will come on. Cubs coaching staff include Chris Grudeski and Jamie Mitchell. And that one's straight but low again. Thompson helping his own cause, drawing that walk. Now let's see if Marcus Otto can cash him in, playing the cleanup position here in this 9-man lineup. There's a strike. 2-1 the count. That one makes contact, so all the players move. It'll be a tag at home and a tag at first. And a lot of confusion there. Blues coach is a little bit confused. All right, they're not going to. All right, they're saying it went off his foot and everything resets. 2-2 the count. Now 2-3 the count. Strikeout for Marcus Otto.
Now for the Blues, number 47, Rove Matenko.
Tkachuk really needed that one. Rove Matenko. He'll be playing center field today. Low and inside, but in the strike zone. Swung on, made contact. Fouled off. Just be huge for Tkachuk if he could get him right here. Once again, a little low. Nice pitch. And Rove Matenko sits down.
Now coming up to bat, number 59, Mac Thompson.
Mac Thompson, 59. Tkachuk's ratio a little better, 15-7, but he's still at 22 pitches. As we said, 31 and above, and he isn't pitching until Sunday. That one low. That one a bouncer to short. It's going to be bobbled and no play at second base. They're going to go back to third and no tag there, but the short stop bobble, unfortunately for Daniel Gonzalez, is going to give us the first run of the game. E6 is the ruling. 1 run scores. And Aiden Hecker is up to bat. And the Blues are up 1-0. That one fouled to the backstop. Two out, 1 ball, 1 strike. And now 2 strikes. Blues are the home team. They lead 1-0. We're playing 5 innings in this contest. Aiden Hecker's wearing uniform number 54. And that one in the dirt. 2-2, says the ump. Base is still loaded here. That one outside. Loading the count. And maxing the count. A fortunate bobble for Daniel Gonzalez there. Everybody moves, and it's a walk. Another low pitch. Aiden Hecker, base on balls, and RBI goes on his sheet. And it's 2-0. Ethan Black, the Blues catcher. Wearing 28. That one inside. And once again in the dirt in front of Justin Willis. As I said, we have 12 teams here this week. The Parkland Twins from Spruce Grove. The Lethbridge Junior Bulls. The Edmonton All-Stars and the Calgary Junior Dinos. Also Team Retlaw, the Chestermere Crushers, Fort McMurray Oil Giants, Edmonton Cubs, Medicine Hat Knights, and Team Sherwood Park. 3-1 here to Ethan Black. He'll swing and not make contact. And it's 35 for Daniel Tkachuk in the pitch count. All players running. That one popped up and not caught. Fortunately, we can't show that to you on the video. Actually, sorry, it was caught. Caught by the first baseman, Peter Mumos, in foul territory, and that ends the inning. Unfortunately, they decided to build walls and windows in this building for some silly reason. All right, bottom of 1 complete. It's Blues 2 and Cubs nothing. Top of 2. Cubs down by 2.
Calgary Cubs, number 11.
Drew Tkachuk needs to dig himself offensively out of the hole he created defensively. And that's not a bad way to start. However, it's caught, no problem for Marcus Otto. It's an F9 for Tkachuk.
Now coming to the plate for the Cubs, number 4, Daniel Gonzalez.
Daniel Gonzalez, who had the error earlier on. Foul that away. He's wearing number 4. If you're just joining us, feel free to hit the rewind button. See anything that you might have missed. Another foul off for Gonzalez. As I said, second year for our broadcast here for AABC. Had a lot of fun last year. Great tournament, great finale. And very excited that there's 12 teams compared to 8 last year. Bit of a bobble, second bobble, a third bobble, but Mumos decides, Hecker decides just to take it himself eventually, and him and Thompson having a bit of a conversation afterwards, but Hecker handles that on his own, and it's an unassisted put out by the first baseman, and Daniel Gonzalez is out. Anthony Chatwood, he's the third baseman. Pretty busy watching his opponents in the last inning. Watches that one zoom through. We'll keep you up to date on out-of-town scores at the other stadiums as we work our way to the final on Sunday. Time to be announced. That one batted down and backward. Big wind up and release. No help to Thompson, but he is 1-2. He won't be pitching tomorrow either. Certainly be batting and fielding, but not pitching. Great job. Fooled him pretty quickly with Chatwood. And that is the second inning. 1, 2, 3. The Cubs 3 up and 3 down. And it's 2-0 after 1.5 innings in Game 1 of the AABC 16-year-old Showcase for 2018, live here at Optimist Park in Calgary.
Now batting for the Blues, number 17, John Nicholson.
John Nicholson will start the bottom half of the second inning. And a new umpire has joined us at home plate. Tkachuk versus Nicholson, excuse me. 2 earned runs in the first 1 earned run, 1 unearned run in the first inning. Still have not yet had a hit in this matchup. 6 walks, but no hits. Quickly 1 and 2. Tkachuk wasting no time here. That one not high enough. Of course, fall ball will begin in just a couple of weeks at this stadium. That one batted down and away. And then once the winter comes, back into the indoor training facilities. That one inside. And it's a walk on 5 pitches to Nicholson. And that'll bring up Andy Atkinson, who walked earlier on, the left-hander. So 7 walks to 0 hits, but as I said, these teams prepared to play at 11, not at 4:20, so that could be part of it. Atkinson watches the first one fly away. You'll see the rush hour traffic behind the stadium here, just behind Sarcee Trail, one of the major roadways here in Calgary. Right in front of us. Gonna go for another stolen base, and successful is Nicholson. Once again, a struggle for the handle from Daniel Gonzalez. And Atkinson may join him on the base pads here in just a moment. Not yet. 3 balls and 1 strike. For those of you who will be watching live all weekend, just stay on this page, and it will resume for you. That one's going to be hit into left field. The play to the plate is going to be too late, and it'll be a stand-up RBI double for Andy Atkinson, our first hit of the day. And the Blues have their 3rd run of the day.
Now batting for the Blues, number 25, Reese Finley.
Finley also walked in the first inning. Once again, we're back to a man on second base and nobody out. Next on the unofficial schedule, the Cubs playing the Dinos. And the catcher wants a timeout. We'll be here tonight. We'll be here all day tomorrow. And we'll, most importantly, have the championship game on Sunday. All of our broadcasts will be here from Optimist Park, but we will keep you up to date with progress of games not being played here. Trying to expand on this 3-run lead. And inside, ball 3 will help for Reese Finley. And inside, ball 4. Finley doing a great job drawing 2 walks today. And it was a great hit by Atkinson between shortstop and third. Mac Thompson had to rush that play, not sure exactly where he wanted to go, so we went to the plate, but it was too late. Both players go, and both players succeed. A double steal.
How do you catch a jar and take it like that? Fastball.
Second and third, nobody out for Thompson. Another inside pitch for Tkachuk. That's 55 pitches. That means he will not be pitching for the rest of the event. But there's 8 other positions he'll probably be asked to perform in. Strike down the middle, no swing.
Like watching his throws, puts on the bag. It's just
And he'll watch that one go by as well. Another walk for Seth Thompson. 3 in the inning, 7 in the game for Mr. Tkachuk. And that might be the end of his appearances on the mound today. Yes, it will be. We'll have a pitching change. Take a timeout and be right back.
With the best of a lot.
All right, Marcus Otto, number 30, struck out in the first inning. Would like to break this one through. Throw to third. Not a bad idea. Try to get Atkinson not paying attention, but no problem. So, and that is for Ethan Randall, number 9.
Actually, the other guy that was number 9 is sick. He's not here today.
Okay, so who is it?
Jesse Meckie.
Okay.
Jesse Meckie? Jesse Meckie is pitching. He took over. Not Ethan Randall. M-A-R-T-C-H-E, Jesse Meckie. And he's wearing number 9. Two-0 count. And a big swing. Shortstop, second. Fielder's choice, no problem. But a run comes in. Run batted in for Marcus Otto.
This is number 9. It is Jesse Meckie.
Susan,
Yep.
does this change in the warm-up? We had a hit, we had a fielder's choice. We have to run the right on first, 6-4.
Now,
6-4 fielder's choice at second base. So we are first and third. Gonzalez to Eagleton for that put out at second base, but we do have our fourth run on the board. 4 runs, 1 out. And Jesse Mackey. Rove Matenko with his second chance. That one fouled off. Let's see if we can get the pitch speed on the next delivery here. You gotta love technology. One is a strike. The stolen base is successful. That 65 miles per hour. Pretty good throw for Mr. Mackey. However, the stolen base does occur. So for Matenko, he's now looking at second and third. That one, screaming foul. Unfortunately, Matenko got a great cut on it. 33 miles an hour on that pitch. Unfortunately, it just caught the foul line, about 6 inches to the right, just past where the grass begins. And that one goes in the other direction. How about Gonzalez? He got him this time. And that is the second out, but that is a 6-3 ground out RBI for Rove Matenko.
Played for the Blues, number 59, Matt Thompson.
And that puts the score up to 5. Mac Thompson, who reached base on Gonzalez's error. Watches that one go low past him. 69 miles an hour, not bad. If I could get 60 kilometers, I'd be ecstatic.
See, it's the window. The window messes it up. That's a little juice.
The window was still up. It juices it?
A little bit. Yeah.
Ooh.
Start down our blades from.
You can open the windows if you want. We'll do that here a little later.
That's pretty close. That's pretty good.
If the threat of more rain disappears. However, it's nice and warm. We see a lot of people with winter and rain jackets and blankets outside, so might want to stay a little warmer, especially to watch that walk for Mac Thompson. And it's first and third for Hecker.
Aiden Hecker.
He walked and drove a man in. 5-0, bottom of 2. That one off the pitcher's glove. Quick throw. No problem. Calder Eagleton to Peter Mumos. And it's a 4-3 putout
5 runs, Cubs, no score.
for the Cubs, but the Blues score 3 times. 2 + 3 is 5. It's 5-0 after 2 innings. We'll be back. Tristan Hanna up to bat. This is his first at-bat of the day. The 18th and final player to get his first chance. And quickly finds himself ahead. One ball to no strikes. Tristan, the center fielder, so he's basically been watching the last 2 innings. Nothing to center field by either club. Kachuk finishes with 4 earned runs, 1 hit in 1 inning, and 7 walks and 2 strikeouts. And a quick bouncer to second, no problem. John Nicholson to Aiden Hecker, and it's a 4-3 putout. And that is 6 in a row.
Now batting for the Cubs, back to the top of the order, number 6, Justin Willis.
Seth Thompson pitching a pretty good game so far. And we go back to the top of the order. That's Justin Willis. And that one way left. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. 5-0 after 2 innings. That one inside. Just not wide enough to get first base and the scoreboard on the screen at the same time, but we'll keep you up to date. Cameraman will continue to make the adjustments. Another foul away for Willis. Playing 5 innings today to get caught up on our rain delay. That one outside, 2-2. The official count from the umpire. That one batted through, but it'll go foul along the first base line. Cubs no hits, 2 walks, and 1 strikeout so far. Blues 8 walks and 1 hit. That one, another one batted away. Justin Willis, number 6. And that one opposite direction. And it's 3-2. Cubs trail by 5 here. Game 1, day 1 of the 2018 AABC 16-year-old showcase. That one fouled away, this time to the left. Cubs will play against the Dinos. And then Edmonton tomorrow. And then Lethbridge tomorrow night. And then Parkland Sunday morning. First place team in each pool advances directly to the final. And that's a walk for Willis to begin. the third inning.
Now coming to bat, number 15, Bentley Carter.
Is it? Oh, never mind.
A walk to Willis and a ground out to Hannah.
We are in the third.
Yeah, boy.
And it's 48 pitches for Thompson.
This game.
Yeah, so I guess we just
Yep.
I wonder if we have a lot of inside condition
And we'll have a substitution. Seth Thompson comes out after a very successful 2-inning
Now pitching,
and 1-out appearance.
Brock Alexander.
Brock Alexander, number 68, will come in.
Okay. Thank you. Straight in.
Yeah.
A straight-up switch, Brock Alexander, 68, for Seth Thompson.
749, right?
Seth is at 48.
Thompson ends up with 48 pitches. Leaves a man on base and 1 out.
Can you give me his full line?
Bentley Carter.
All right, now that Brock Alexander is sufficiently warmed up, Bentley Carter will come in. He walked in the first inning, trying to break into this 5-0 deficit era of the Calgary Cubs from Baseball Alberta. Check swing. Ball 1.
Yep, you betcha. And there's some right here, too.
As I said, a straight-up switch, Seth Thompson for Brock Alexander, and Seth Thompson with a very impressive performance. 48 pitches, so he could pitch on Sunday. Each team will play 5 games in this tournament, and as I said, the respective pool winners will play each other in the final on Sunday here at Optimist, and the 2 second-place teams will play for bronze at Foothills. That a very slow run and no problem at all for for the Blues there. Justin Willis caught stealing. No trouble at all. And Bentley Carter looks at an empty diamond. Didn't get a great jump and sort of knew he was done about halfway through. That one high up and caught.
Like, it's fine.
Not bad. Reese Finley, 2 out, 1 out. 2 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 out moves over from shortstop, and it's an F6. And that ends the Cubs' efforts in the third inning. After 2.5, they still trail by 5. Jesse Mackey, number 9. We'll see Black, Nicholson, and Atkinson here. Ethan Black, the catcher, trying to expand on this 5-0 lead. Every game important because, as I said, only the team in first place at the end of pool play advances to the gold medal matchup. Big swing and a miss, nothing for Ethan Black. And a lazy swing there. He falls down 0-2 very quickly. Next game on our schedule is the Cubs playing back-to-back. They'll play against the Calgary Dinos, who are already warming up behind us here.
2 hours. 5 hours. No one knew that he needed
Optimist scheduled for 4 games today, so we'll either be here late tonight or first thing tomorrow. 2-2 the count, but we'll keep you up to date. Check out the AABC website and especially its social media for the details of how the schedule is being adjusted. Full count on Black. Nice recovery.
He's just chatting. He's not.
That one, whoa, a lot of velocity. Guys had to duck low to miss that. 4 games scheduled for Optimist here on Friday. Edmonton All-Stars in Lethbridge, and then Parkland against Edmonton. That one way out. Not dropped by the catcher, so Ethan Black can walk to first base.
Number 17, John Nicholson.
John Nicholson, a walk and a stolen base in the second inning to start it off. Casual pitch. Fools Nicholson. 0-1. Way up and out. Jesse Mackey. Still only 1 hit on the board. That's going to be a slow roller. And no problem, Eagleston to Mumos. But that advances the runner. 4-3 is the put out.
Top of the order for the Blues.
And Andy Atkinson comes up for the third time. The only hit of the game is Andy's. A walk and a double. Five nothing to score. That one's going to roll right through everybody. And a run will score right there. Coming in from second base was Nicholson. And the slow rolling single is an RBI for Andy Atkinson.
Bat for the Blues is number 25.
2 hits. 2 for 2 is Andy with a walk. Speaking of walks, Reese Finley comes up with 2 walks. And Seth Thompson will be up next. He has 2 walks also.
Yeah.
6-0. Jesse Mackey. Way outside. That wild pitch is going to roll all the way to far enough that the catcher has too much trouble with it, and that allows Andy Atkinson for a stolen base off the wild. That one hit the opposite way. Third to first. Takes a bounce and bounces away. Umpire asks for time because the ball rolled into the dugout. It'll be enough of an advancement, however, for Atkinson to score. And we'll see how they officially score that one.
The throw was a tough throw. I mean, he had a lot of it on charge of this. He had a lot of time to throw.
Looks like we're going to have another pitching change. E5 is the ruling. An error on the throw, which allowed Finley to advance to second.
Okay.
Finley advances to second. Atkinson scores. It's 7-0.
Now in to pitch for the Calgary Cubs is number 7, Maddox Dodd.
Maddox Dodd warming up. Third pitcher of the day. We'll let him warm up and be right back. It's 7-0. Calder Eagleton will move from second to pitch, and Maddox Dodd will take Mackey's spot and go to second base. Bottom of 3, 7-0 the score. Seth Thompson up to bat. Actually, I'm sorry, that's Brock Alexander, who came in for Thompson during the pitching change.
Now batting for the Blues, number 68, Brock Alexander.
It all makes sense.
All right, we have everything reset. Eagleton versus Alexander. One out. One and one the count. Big swing for Brock. No luck. Two and two. And he'll swing and miss, and Brock is out. The second out of the game of the inning.
Marcus Otto.
Marcus Otto with a strikeout and a fielder's choice. RBI. Man on second here. Otto versus Eagleton. One and one very quickly here. One and two, excuse me. Marcus Otto gets hit by the pitch. Didn't really try to avoid it, but that's how it'll go down no matter what. HBP. First and second. Two out.
Now coming to the plate for the Blues, number 47, Rove Matenko.
Bottom of three we are in. We'll play 5 here on Friday night. And then depending on the schedule, we'll see how it goes for Saturday and Sunday. Quick strike thrown against Rove Matenko. Eagleton not wasting any time. That one fouled back. Maddox Dodd watching intently at second base. Blues coaches include Tom Eric, Trevor Lawson, Alex Morissette, Jordan McLaughlin, and Mickey Kawahara. That one high. Great thing about this Alberta Amateur Baseball Council's tournament is exactly what they promise. Page 1, sentence 1. Any team from any league can play in this event. Little League, Babe Ruth, Baseball Alberta, you and your 8 friends, as long as you're all 16-year-olds, you can come here and play in this event. League against league, as well as team versus team. That one way outside. Cubs with the Memphis Grizzlies logo on their front of their shirts. Probably about 15 degrees. Probably no better out there at the end of August. Labor Day in a week. That one low, and it'll be a walk to load the bases. Rove Matenko, number 47.
Now batting for the Blues, number 59, Matt Thompson.
Thompson with a walk and an a walk and a reach on the Gonzalez error. 2 errors for the Cubs in this game. Mac Thompson.
An hour, 10 ago. These are like 5 innings, right?
Yeah, thank you.
5 innings.
Quick conversation here. So we got 12 teams in the tournament. The 16-year-old showcase is a true provincial championships that allow club-level teams from all of the different member organizations to participate against each other. Whether you're a member of Baseball Alberta, Little League, or any other organization, your team could enter this tournament to play for the provincial championship. And that's a hit batsman. Once again, Thompson does nothing to get out of the way, but that'll be the 8th run on the board. As scoring on the play was Reese Finley.
Blues, number 54.
A hit batsman, a walk, and a hit batsman. And Finley literally just walked from first to home. This is also an opportunity to identify kids for the top 40 invitational tournament. As the lefty, Aiden Hecker, comes back, as we may have a full run of the 9 players here in this inning. And of course, the top 40 invitational. Top 40 athletes from across the province are invited to this tournament to compete and develop baseball skills on and off the field. This tournament also acts as an identification opportunity for athletes eligible to compete at national championships, including the Canada Summer Games and the Western Canada Summer Games. 2-1. Outside. Hecker did try to get out of the way.
Yeah, I like it. I got it.
It's 8-0. That one batted a couple of bounces. How about it? Dodd, Mumos, no problem at all. However, it is a full whip around, and it's 2 more runs, as every man came up to bat in that inning, in the 3rd inning, and Black will start the bottom of the 4th. 8-0 after 3. We're headed to 5. We'll be back. Now batting for the Cubs, number 12, Calder Eagleton, in pitching after he made the substitution from second to pitching. The team's surrendered 2 more runs after he came in. Excuse me, 3 more for a total of 8. 7 earned. Cubs still looking for their first hit, so this could be a possibility of something. Of course, teams normally play 7 innings at this age group. Big swing and a miss. Connor Eagleton out on 4 pitches. Calder Eagleton. Ty Johnson up to bat. He had an F9 in the first inning.
10, Ty Johnson.
He's been in center field all day, so he's essentially watched this entire game. Only 1 hit, 1 ball to the grass in this contest. Both hits in the matchup from Andy Atkinson. Who we'll see in the bottom of the 4th inning. That one out to right field and caught. Marcus Otto in the Blues comes out with that play. I should say that's the 1 hit that bounced in the grass.
Now batting for the Cubs, number 5.
We've had a few that have been flyouts.
Peter Mumas.
Peter Mumos. Peter Mumos, yeah. Big contact. 1 bounce, no problem.
Okay, so Cole just, we gotta.
Nicholson to Hecker, 4-3 put out. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4 putouts in a row and 11 out of the last 12. So after 3.5,
So who else came in?
So we have a bunch of.
Cubs 8. Excuse me, Blues 8 and Cubs no score. We'll be back.
Ethan Black.
Ethan Black, a foul out to the first baseman and a base on balls in his 2 appearances. Ethan Black facing Calder Eagleton.
So Brad came in too.
Yeah,
Big swing and a miss.
He came in for Otto.
It's an issue Ethan's had all day long. He was 0-2 in the last appearance, got up to 3-2 and got a walk. Can he match that this time? Hey, they'll take that. That's safe and fair to the left field wall on the foul edge. And it's a stand-up double. Great job for Ethan Black to begin the 4th inning.
this is Carson Trolls up here now.
Number 45 is a substitution for the Blues.
Now batting for the Blues, number 45,
Carson Tronas.
Yeah, I got
He'll replace Nicholson, who was 0 for 1 with a walk.
Look at the great throw.
yeah, 'cause I remember
Sorry about that on the camera,
he hit Mike at second base. That's why I was asking for the
but it did stay fair on the left
He didn't come in.
side of the diamond.
The kid was really take 14 pitches.
That one outside Eagleton. By Eagleton to Tronas. And that one the opposite way. And no problem, unassisted put out for the first baseman, Peter Mumos.
now coming to the plate for the Blues, number 21, Cole Alguire.
And now another change. Cole Allgaier, number 21. Another lefty. That one's going to roll away from the catcher. And Willis has definitely had his struggles in this matchup. And that allows Ethan Black to advance to third base. Eight runs on 3 hits, no errors for the Blues. No runs, no hits, 2 errors for the Cubs in the salmon red jerseys. And it's through quickly 3-0 to Allgaier. That one outside, and Allgaier draws the walk. He substituted out Atkinson, who went 2 for 2 with a walk today,
Blues, number 25,
scoring driving in 2 of the 8 runs. And this is Reese Finley's chance, 2 walks, and he reached on the error from third base. One and one quickly. Reese Finley could finish this off. Anything over to deep right. He's got Allgaier at first and Black at third.
30.
Getting a pitch count here. Anything 31 or more, and Calder wouldn't be able to pitch tomorrow, so at the absolute maximum, they'll switch him out. So he will be able to pitch tomorrow. They're going to play 5 more games, excuse me, at least 4 more games in this tournament. So pitch counts and managing the pitching assignments is going to be extremely important for all 12 of these head coaches. We'll take a break while another pitcher warms up. Anthony Chatwood moves over from third base to pitch, and that means Calder Eagleton will switch to third base, and Maddox Dodd is still at second, and he'll face from the Blues number 25, Reese Finley. Big blast on the second pitch, fourth. That one will get to center field, and it's going to be a sac fly on the one out, and an F8 RBI for Reese Finley, who's had an exceptional game. And Ty Johnson makes his first play of the day in center. So that's 9-0, 2 out, bottom of 4. And this is Brock Alexander's next chance. He struck out in the third inning. This third spot on the batting order has seen action in all 4 innings so far tonight. Straight down the pipe. 1-1 for Chatwood.
Then I actually have
1-1,
twelve.
2 out. Inside.
4.
At this level, everybody expected to be able to do everything. The Cubs have a long lineup, and the Blues have an even longer one, so expect to see all these players, or a vast majority, pitching at some point during these 5 games that they'll be playing in the preliminary round. That one outside, quick throw to first. Didn't matter because he struck out Alexander, but great thought by Willis nonetheless. But not necessary. 2 runs in the first, 3 in the second, 3 in the third, 1 in the fourth. 9-0 is your count. We'll see who Cubs bring out for their top half of the 5th inning, because they're going to need at least 9 to keep this game going. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Maddox Dodd wasting no time, fouling that one off. Dodd in for Tkachuk
Second base.
in the 6th position in the batting order. Tkachuk flew out in his only appearance. Right now, Gonzalez, Chatwood, and Hanna only scheduled to have one at-bat. Oh, Hanna, perhaps. Gonzalez and Chatwood are up next.
Once he gets to
1 and 2 to Dodd.
yeah, because you know,
Way inside and rolls around. We thank you very much for watching, either live or on the archive. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, we'd appreciate it very much.
actually, technically it's pinch hitting.
Where you'll be able to see live and archive of all the action of here at Optimist. If the tournament's as popular this year as next year as it was this year, maybe we'll try doubling it up next year. We'll have to wait and see. Thanks to the Alberta Amateur Baseball Council for the opportunity. And Dodd draws a walk.
Now back to the Cubs, number 4, Daniel Gonzalez.
Daniel Gonzalez, unassisted put out at first base by the first baseman. Top of 5. That one's going to roll away, and that's going to give Dodd a chance to pick up the stolen base. Depending on how it's ruled, they're going to rule it as a wild pitch advancement to second base. Brock Alexander, still only the second pitcher of record here today for the Blues. Look, it's got 21 pitches, now 22 on his record. I'd like to finish these guys off in 8 or less pitches. But there's 3 outs to be achieved. Gonzalez, that'll be outside again and roll to the backstop. Now first and third. First and third are Dodd and Gonzalez. Chatwood scheduled to come up next. He struck out in the second inning. And a bit of a conversation here for Brock Alexander. Gonzalez advances to first on the walk, and Dodd advances to third due to the walk pitch being a wild pitch.
I understand Cole can do a 360 without those on the ropes. Can you? How do you do? Sid will be bad because she was trying it. I'm sure you do. Yeah. Jamie did it. Jamie did it.
Now back for the Cubs, number 2, Anthony Chatwood.
Oh yeah. He loved it. That's super fun.
Oh, 0-1 to Chatwood. 25 pitches for Alexander, and that's 26. And once again, big trouble for Ethan Black, and he's going to throw that one away. The Cubs are going to get on the board here. Home and second base is where everything ends up. And the Cubs score their first run of the day. Mr. Dodd reaches in on the error. We'll get you exactly how it's scored. The pickoff attempt to the first baseman. Gonzalez advances to second on the wild pitch. Dodd scores.
I scored it as well.
That one off the leg of Black, allowing the Cubs player number 4, Gonzalez, to go to third. Still nobody out here for the Calgary Cubs from Baseball Alberta. Yeah. 9-1 now. Alexander gets a bit more control. And the count is 2-2. Anthony Chatwood, 3-2. That ball thrown away by Black. It'll roll to the left fielder, and that gives Gonzalez the chance to score. Probably an E2, and the Cubs are falling apart despite being up 9-0. Now it's 9-2. Chatwood's still up to bat, by the way. Nobody out for the Cubs. A lot of issues with wild pitches, and Ethan Black has just really gone downhill here in the 5th inning. Error by the catcher is the official ruling. And the at-bat finally ends for Chatwood, and it's not what he wanted. It's another strikeout.
Now at the plate.
Tristan Hanna now at the plate.
Tristan Hanna.
So let's read off what happened to Chatwood there. Pickoff attempt at first. Called strike, ball. Gonzalez advances to second on a wild pitch. Dodd advances and scores. Another ball. Gonzalez advances to third on the pass ball. Then a strike, then a ball. Gonzalez scores on the catcher error. And then Chatwood strikes out swinging. That's a whole paragraph right there. Tristan Hanna's second chance today. 4-3 put out in the 3rd inning for him. We're here in the top of the 5th. Playing 5-inning games here on Friday to get caught up. That one high up and caught. Ty Johnson, nice job by him. Great communication from the Blues. And we're back to Justin Willis.
Now at the top of the order for the Calgary Cubs, number 6, Justin Willis.
After some mix-ups there and 2 runs allowed, 2 consecutive outs by the Blues. We know Alexander won't pitch tomorrow, but will he pitch on Sunday? Up to 33 now. In a crazy tiebreaker, 4 runs for and against may make a difference as to who finishes in first place in this event. So those 2 runs might come into play. That one caught off the left field line and will drop. Well done for Tristan Hanna to keep this game going. No chance for Mac Thompson. And the Cubs will not hibernate in this game anytime soon. A single for Willis. And the first hit of the day. It won't be a no-hitter against the Cubs here. It will not be a no-hitter. That's one hit for the Cubs, thanks to Justin Willis. And another pop-up. This time, second base, no problem. Carson Trones, number 45, and that finally ends it. Bentley Cooper, F4. And that's your ball game, folks. Calgary Blues from Babe Ruth, 9. Calgary Cubs from Baseball Alberta, 2. 9-2 in 5 innings. And the first game is done. We survived. We survived on YouTube Live. And in a few minutes, we'll have game 2 of this tournament.
Would go, Kevin.
Whether we like it or not. Dave Stanish signing off. We'll be right back. For the archive viewers, thank you very much for tuning us in. For the live viewers, we're going to be turning it right back on here in just a moment. Thanks very much for watching.